114 laps. We should go back to green here in a lap or two. Kenny Wallace has moved past a couple of cars. Well toward the back, carrying our onboard camera. Here's Dale Earnhardt coming out of pit road, and as Neil said, look at the grill in that car. Bit of scrape marks on the side. Glenn Jarrett talked to him earlier and asked him about his role here as fill-in driver this weekend at Hickory.
I'm Kenny Schrader today.
Schrader today.
He's the car owner. He's in Nashville, so we're going to drive today. But, you know, it sort of worked out. Mom and Pops and Western Steer really got excited about being able to sponsor the car and us run up here. So Kenny asked me to drive it, so why not? We weren't doing anything today.
Nice way to spend Easter Saturday. By the way, that race that Kenny is in Nashville for, you'll see live tomorrow here on CNN. 1 to go. We'll go back to racing. Earnhardt at the back of the pack there after that stop. He is on the lead lap.
We just heard some people say that they didn't want to give up track position. Earnhardt is the type guy that he can make some track position, so he's willing to go back to the rear and put some tires on that thing and see if he can come back to the front.
Now, Kenny Wallace comes up the outside as a lap car. Or no, I believe he's going to stay right at the back of the pack there.
Kenny must not feel that comfortable with that car because on both these restarts he's kind of laid back and waited for him to get out of the way.
As happens again. And we're back to green. Jimmy Spencer takes off with the lead. He is the third driver to lead today. And Kenny Wallace goes up in smoke in turn 2. Going to coast it down the back straightaway and head for pit lane. Shut it off.
The question, is there any oil on the inside in one? He blew up right in the only place there's a groove, but the leaders just went through that particular area and didn't have a problem, so it must not have messed the track up any worse.
I'm mistaken. He is still running, but the smoke, it looks like coming out that left side header pipe.
Must have burned the piston or something. They'll do it sometimes on the caution when they get hot like that.
We stay green. Chuck Bown takes the spot from Darrell Waltrip as you watch Jimmy Spencer, Steve Grissom. There's Bown and Waltrip battling behind Jimmy Hensley. Ed Ferree has made a stop. And Bown beginning to scoot away from Darrell now. Trouble in 2, Jim Bown. The 98 car. Caution. Lap 120. Caution 12.
And counting.
There's no doubt we're going for the record.
Everybody's racing back to the caution flag. Usually in this type of racing, when the caution comes out, everybody kind of slows down, holds their hands up, and they race back the flag under control. Positions are so critical, they're fighting their way back around to the caution flag now.
They are under the hood on Kenny Wallace's car. Glenn, what's up?
Right now the hood's up, and that's all I can tell you. I hate to be short, but they have found the problem. There seems to be an oil leak. They've got the oil breather off. They're pouring water on it, cool the radiator off, but they seem to have sprung some kind of oil leak. Saw a lot of blue smoke out of the car, and that usually signifies that there's oil getting out somewhere that it shouldn't. Steve Bird has it under control. He knows exactly where it is. I'm not going to get in his way, but they can get it back out on the racetrack. The car's pretty well beat up, though. The front end is knocked out of line.
Kenny Wallace on pit road. 1 lap will go green. Jimmy Spencer is the leader. Tommy Houston will be up there trying to get his lap back. Steve Grissom is second. Jack Sprague is a lap down. Jimmy Hensley is the third-place car. Chuck Bown is fourth. Darrell Waltrip is fifth. Unofficially, Butch Miller in the 6th spot. Bobby Dotter's right up there as well. Green flag, and here comes Houston. He's going to get that lap.
Yep, Spencer didn't get a good start on it. Looked like he missed a gear on the restart, and Tommy Houston got around him going down in the first turn.
Jim Bown is trying to separate the 2 leaders. Grissom won't let him have it. The Bound stuck to the outside. Steve Grissom in second, then 2 lap cars before the third-place machine of Jimmy Hensley. Trouble. Tom Peck gets it loose, got batted around. No, he gets going again. We'll stay green. No, we won't. Jim Bown, turn 3. That's Jim up near the wall. And number 13.
You know, I've been fishing when you catch 2 at a time. A lot of times 2 people in a boat, but this is the first time I've been racing, and there's a caution in each corner every time.
13th yellow flag of the day. I want to remind all you fans of a Race for Life benefit being held at the Poco Rhythm Ranch in Morganton, North Carolina on Saturday, May 9th. It'll benefit Danny and Leon Crump, 2 local youngsters stricken with adrenoleukodystrophy. Winston Cup stars Dale Jarrett, Jimmy Spencer, Morgan Shepherd will be there, along with Hall of Famers Ned Jarrett, Junior Johnson, Banjo Matthews. Big day of fun with Racing Stars Souvenirs Entertainment, and all proceeds to go to cover medical expenses for these two boys. It's Saturday, May 9th, and that's up at the Poco Rhythm Ranch in Morganton, North Carolina. Hope you'll attend that one if you're in the Carolinas that day. Piece of spoiler off somebody's car.
Where could that possibly have come from off of these cars?
Well, it's up in turn 2. And Earnhardt's on pit road.
The last time in, he got left side tires. He was about a third or fourth from the rear on this thing, so he's going to put right sides on it, and he's got to come from the rear. He might as well have some new tires on it. I think Schrader's paying a tire bill. He told me today he was going to burn up as much tires and bend up as many fenders as he could while it was blown to Schrader.
Doing a job of it, isn't he?
I doubt seriously he loaned the car to Earnhardt and expected it back without any scratches.
1 to go. We'll be racing. Darrell Waltrip's in for a stop. He'll get right side on the Western Auto car, and they're trying to push start Kenny Wallace. Not much success here.
Yeah, that smoke that's coming out. It's not wanting the crank. That thing is partially blown up, or either fill the pipes up with oil, because every time it turns over, even when they're pushing it, puffs out the tailpipes.
Tough day for the Martinsville race winner and the point leader.
On the other restart, Spencer couldn't get going. Let's see if he's got a transmission trouble. Yes, he can't get going on this restart either. He must have a problem with the transmission, because on both of the last restarts, he lost positioning on the starts.
Steve Grissom could have gone to the outside, but didn't. Here comes Hensley under Grissom at turn 3, and Jimmy eases out of the throttle there.
Yeah, once you get that nose in there, very few people are lifting out of the throttle today. They're just taking it away from him, but he did lift as they went in the corner.
Now, picking through traffic, Kenny Wallace going again. That's Kenny at the bottom of your screen, limping around. Jack Sprague is the front car in line. He's gotten his lap back.
Boy, Kenny Wallace was coming in real slow, and they all stacked up behind him. No problem, though.
Kenny's back in the pits. Here's Hensley again, back straight away.
Made the pass this time. He completely cleared him.
Jimmy Hensley ahead of Steve Grissom. That's the first blue car on your screen. And now Chuck Bown is underneath Steve Grissom. Looks like the handle's just completely going away on Steve's car. Hensley for the lead, back straight away. Jimmy Hensley, who moves on to drive Cale Yarborough's car on the Winston Cup circuit. Giving one of Don Beverly's cars a great ride here today. Hard to believe that team has soldiered on for so long, unsponsored, and yet has performed so well.
Yeah, just week in, and they're not a flash in the pan team. Every week they're in contention to win races, and it's amazing they haven't got a sponsor that far yet.
Well, they've had some one-race sponsorship deals, but there's nothing to come together for the full season.
Mike, that car's equipped with the Hoosier tires, and Bob Newton is notorious for dirt track tires. Maybe they got something on Hensley's car that's doing it now.
Both he and Butch Miller running well here today, both on Hoosiers. Jack Sprague just in front of Hensley, trying to stay on the lead lap. Spencer is second. Bobby Dotter tried to move there. It didn't work on Grissom. And Tommy Houston backing up a bit. There's your leader, Jimmy Hensley, in the Oldsmobile.
That's the biggest lead we've seen all day long.
It is. Report that Steve Grissom may have a tire going down as he continues to drop back. Bobby Dotter's gone past him, and Dotter is on the leaderboard now, 4th place.
Hensley car really seems to be working. You know, we see a lot of cars slip and sliding up off the corner. Hensley's car's working up off the corner. There's Grissom falling back, and he's either hung out on the outside and can't get back, or he has a tire problem because he's just falling all the way to the rear.
Now look at that 10 car. Steve Boley from Oxford, Iowa there, just going past Grissom. He's doing a good job today in that Jack Hickory car.
Yeah, he's driven a lot of dirt tracks, and I'm sure that experience is paying off today.
I'll bet it has. Oh, Grissom's really fighting it out. He's going to he can't get to the inside, never mind to get to pit road.
Mike, in a situation like this, you usually say, they'll tell you just ride it out and see if you get a caution. And usually you'll just fight it. And the minute you get lapped, you'll see the guy come in. But he's sitting there hoping to get a caution and see if they can repair the car, do some work on it. If not, if he gets lapped, they'll do something different.
Joe Nemechek trying to work underneath Grissom here. Tom Peck with the 19 car. And Nemechek just can't quite get it in there. Walter. right there. Remember, Darrell changed tires and is coming up from the back.